So, question of the day. This beautiful raining rising. How would it make you feel if someone told you that everything you knew about religion and spirituality, life, death, heaven and hell was not simply a lie, but a manufactured weapon of a psychological warfare? What do I mean by that, right? Think about how pure the mind of an infant is, right? A baby, how they just, as they grow, they learn the world, quote unquote, right? Some of them come seeming as if they've been here before. That's what we call it, right? You've been here before. That's because they have, but that's another story for another day. Back to the infants, okay? Every child born into this earth comes with a clean slate, right? A mind that is free of corruption. And if we actually sit and listen to children when they talk, when they speak, when they're able to speak, a mind that is open to receive can interpret that which they're saying quite profoundly if we actually pay attention. Because they are coming to us from a dimension that is far higher, vaster, more connected to everything and everyone than we are currently. Most people dismiss children as being, you don't know, you just got here, right? But to my initial question, this may make you look at children quite differently moving forward. What if someone told you that none of that actually exists? That it was created to divide, conquer, and destroy the innocence and the purity that we come with? Because imagine all that we come with as infants and children from past lives and other dimensions. If we were allowed to cultivate and hold on to those things, can you imagine what this world would be today? The truth of the matter is, when we choose to come to this earth school, right? Whether it be our first time, our second time, our 50th time, it is on purpose that we are required to forget that which we came with. By design and by corruption, all at the same time. Like I said, everything is happening here simultaneously, okay? But imagine if we all came with what we knew, and we all knew the desired path that we were supposed to walk. How boring that would be. We'd all be characters in a play, right? Just running through the lines. I think it's quite beautiful that we get to forget our purpose and who we are when we get here in an ethereal, cosmic kind of way. Not the manipulation part of them trying to erase us and what we know and who we are, but the intuitive, psychic, otherworldly way in part. Because this journey of life is what we make it, and the learning process is what life is all about. So I'm glad we don't come knowing exactly what we're here to do and where we're going, where we're meant to be. Though we do initially, but I'm glad that we're allowed to forget, because it just makes it more fun and more impactful. And you're able to leave a lasting mark with all that you discover, and by sharing that with the world, which is all that I be trying to do here, right? But hey. And did you know that when we decide that we're coming to art school, that it's like being in elementary when you're going to like junior high going to high school, or when a friend is going abroad or they're moving or something. You know how everybody writes letters and become pen pals and get contacts, and they're like, we always gonna keep in touch, we always gonna be best friends, it's a similar situation coming to art school. You have people that are in your crew, that are in your family, in your clique, wherever it is that you are, and your spirits make promises to find each other, to return, to contact, in whatever shape, form, or fashion that is. And when we get here, however our journeys play out, however our casting calls, our roles play, right, in this play, that promise that we made, that's a spiritual contract. It's important that we do cross paths again. And a lot of times those same people, they might be your family members here on this plane in this moment right now. They may be, lovers that came into your life to make a certain impact, because that's part of the contract too. Before we get here is we all choose roles, right? And sometimes they'll choose a role that you wouldn't expect them to. Like maybe part of their part in the play is to hurt you, is to come across you, is to cross you, to teach you some lesson that you agreed to learn when you got here. I know that I'm gonna stop saying that because we know. It may be a pet, a child, a teacher, a stranger on the street. You never know. But we all come here with a contract, with a purpose, with a design, with a part to play. And unfortunately, there are times where somebody picked a bad role, not knowing. You know, we don't get to. It's like a mystery jar. We just put our hand in there and pull it out. You know, I can't make that make sense in this earthly realm, but those who get it, get it. So it was helpful for me to think about it in that way and to really truly understand that, because a lot of times people come into your life and it may feel like it's wasted time, but I tell people all the time, no time is wasted. Everything is a lesson. And a lot of times, now that I know and I'm looking back and I'm analyzing and I'm remembering, I get it. That was the role they were meant to play. When you look at things in that way, things might not hurt so much. Things might start to make more sense. And I don't know, just look at life a little differently. And I know a lot of what I'm going to be saying moving forward is probably going to go over a lot of people's heads, but it'll hit who it's supposed to hit and land where it's supposed to land. Nonetheless, heaven and hell doesn't exist. All we have is right now. Life is not linear. It's cyclical. Time is not linear. It's cyclical. These ideals that they've created and taught to us to minimize that which we truly are and all that we know, that linear thinking that came from them. There is no paradise to get to. There is no damnation to be afraid of. All of that is what you make it, right here and right now. When our loved ones pass on, they aren't passing from this earth and that's it. They aren't being buried in the ground and in a casket or put in an urn and it's over and it's done. No, they transform. They transition to another state of existence. People talk about a multiverse, right? There are realms and timelines that are active right here, right now, in different phases, on different levels, all operating simultaneously. So those that pass on, when people say that they can connect to ancestors and spirits and mediumship, etc., it's not magic. It's not nothing special. They are able to reach past those timelines and realms and bring forth that which they are seeking. All of us have the power to do that. Just some of us are more willing, more open-minded, more, we call it gifted, but it's more of an inheritance, you know, from those realms and timelines and past lives and existences and lifelines and family lines and bloodlines. All of that is compounded. And when you truly understand, all of this will make sense. But anyway, message of the day is, there's no heaven, there's no hell. Right now. The power of now. Right now. There's no past, there's no future. All we have is now. Time is cyclical. Life is cyclical. And pay attention to those babies, because those babies were given to you for a reason. And they come with messages. They come with intelligence. We just have to have the mind and the ear to hear and the eye to see them when they're not speaking. You hear the rain? God is speaking. Talk to you soon, please.